So let's take a nice, deep, slow breath and allow your eyes to close. Now, there's nothing for you to do right now. What we have been doing up until now, listening, asking, pondering, taking notes. So you've been sort of actively learning. Now what I'm asking you to do is to sort of switch modes and go into a passive mode. In a sense, there's nothing for you to do. Allow the words to come in and soothe you, relax you. The first part of your body that naturally relaxes are your eyelids. It feels good to relax your eyelids. And when your eyelids relax, your eyes naturally close. And so you don't have to actually close your eyes right now. You can simply continue to relax your eyelids, and you might discover that your eyes close themselves. And if by any chance they remain open for a second longer, you can simply relax your eyelids a little bit more deeply. And it feels good to feel good. You remind yourself of how great you feel right now, regardless of what was on your mind a moment ago. Right now, there's a feeling of gratitude deep within you. And you enjoy the feeling of gratitude. And as you continue to enjoy the sense of gratitude, you focus your attention upon your own feet. And you relax your feet. You relax your calf muscles, your knees, your thighs. You focus your attention on your lower belly, your lower back, and you relax all of those muscles. Unwind a little. Let yourself sink into the chair. And relax your shoulders. It feels so good to let go for just a moment, because you deserve a break. And this is the break. You know that area there where the shoulder meets the neck? Oftentimes we harbor some tension there, but you can actually relax it so much more right now. Relax it, relax it. Relax your neck, almost as if your head is floating upon your shoulders. It feels really good. Relax the head, and particularly the face. There's so many muscles on the face. But if you allow your face to relax, you begin to feel so much more comfortable. So much more comfortable. And as you continue to relax, you listen to my voice and you tell yourself, you know, I like that suggestion. I like the suggestion. I like the suggestion. Repeat that phrase in your head, in your mind. I like the suggestion. The first suggestion you're going to hear is this. With every word you hear from my voice, you relax more deeply. And the response within you is, I like that suggestion. Because as you continue to listen to my voice, you continue to relax more and more deeply. You continue to unwind and relax. And you're not quite sure when it happens, but it does happen. At some point, you notice that you're no longer noticing anything. Some of you might ask yourselves if you fell asleep. Others might wonder, how come it feels like you're not even feeling? That's because you're becoming more and more relaxed. And the idea that every suggestion that you hear causes you to relax more deeply echoes in the back of your mind, bringing you into a wonderful experience of union with yourself. It is almost as if you're standing in front of a door. You're familiar with doors, of course, you've seen millions of doors, but this is a different type of door. For this is a magical door. And you like the suggestion, you believe in magic. Children believe in magic, that's why they're so happy. Magical doors are awesome because by opening and entering a magical door, you enter a magical world. The world within you. Open the door. Step inside. Step inside. Open the door and step inside. Open the door and step inside. Step into this world where it is possible for you to be who you are. Step into this space where your dreams come true because you make them come true. You and I came to this earth simply for the opportunity to make our dreams come true. If somebody just gave it to you, you would not appreciate it. You would feel like you missed the whole point of the experience. The whole point of it is to create it, because we're all creators. Some of us remember it, some of us are beginning to remember it, but we're all creators. And we came here to exercise our creative powers. And you might ask yourself, but what am I here to create? I'm glad you asked. If you listen to your heart, as you can right now because you're relaxed and comfortable, if you listen to your heart, you will notice that there's a longing in there. This is very different from your desires. We all have human desires. We want this, we want that, I want to buy this, we all have that. That's completely okay, that's completely normal. We cannot eliminate those. There's always a new desire. New gadget comes up and we want it. That's okay. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm asking you to listen to your heart, and you're going to see that in your heart there's a certain longing, there's a certain emptiness that is normal, that is good. That emptiness is there to be filled with more joy, with more light. You will create the joy and the light that fills the void in your heart. So there's a certain sense of longing, a certain nostalgia in your heart. Very difficult to put your finger on. It's like, wow, I feel this feeling. And a lot of people, none of you, but a lot of people, keep so busy throughout the day not to feel their own hearts. What I'm asking you to do today is to take a moment every day to feel your heart. Sit alone for a minute or two every day and mind your heart. Pay attention to your own feelings. What is really, really going on with you? And what you notice is that there's a feeling in there that's a bit mysterious at first. It is almost as if you feel that something is missing. Wow, that's awesome. When you identify that feeling in your heart, that is the beginning of the reason why you incarnated, the reason why you were born. Because we were born to fill that void, to fulfill the sense of emptiness. If it weren't for the sense of emptiness, we wouldn't feel motivated to create. And if we didn't feel motivated to create, we wouldn't discover that we are just like the Creator. We're here to become more and more like God, the Creator. Each one of us is the creator of our own destinies. So there's a difference between satisfying your desires and creating more joy and fulfillment in your life. Starting today, rather than running away from the sense of void in your heart, you're going to mind it, you're going to pay attention to it. And as you relax your mind more and more deeply every day, you're going to begin shaping that which would fill the void. For some of you, it might be important to make peace with a strange friend or family member. And I totally get it. I totally understand. Sometimes we have a fallout. Not everybody sees eye to eye, even in a family, even friends, even neighbors. And sometimes we let go of one another and we walk away, telling ourselves that it doesn't matter, but deep inside we feel sad and sometimes even resentful. I'm asking you today to look into those feelings, and rather than ignoring them or covering them up, I'm asking you to face them, because you have it within you, whatever it takes to heal the situation. The biggest magic there is, in fact, we call it a miracle. The miracle that fixes everything. It's called forgiveness. It is a miracle because it works wonders throughout your life. We often ask, but how could I forgive so-and-so for what he or she did to me? I'm not even asking you to forgive so-and-so. I'm asking you to forgive yourself for having been in that situation to begin with. Because, we as creators have two phases to our creation. We first create unconsciously. We're not aware of the fact that we're creating. And then later on, we become conscious creators. When we're not aware that we're creating, we're using our creative powers randomly. And so we're both creating that which we want and that which we don't want randomly. And so we're creating joy and sadness. We're creating good fortune and bad fortune. We're creating things that we like and things that we don't like, and we don't quite know what's going on. Just like the person who's watching his own shadow, not knowing that it's a shadow, thinking that it's another entity there. Now, you realize that you are looking at your own shadow. And the only reason why you can see your shadow is because you're not facing the light. Your back is to the light. That's why you can see your shadow. The moment you realize that that shadow is nothing more than the natural result of turning your back to the light, all you have to do is turn around, face the light. It's within you already. The moment you face the light, there's no more shadow, no more monsters, no more problems. You face the light, because you and the light are one. You become an expression of the light, and everything you do from now on becomes awesome, becomes magical. It's divine. And every time you do something, you take a moment to say to yourself, wow, it is good. It is actually good. You're an awesome human being. And I know you've heard the opposite as well. If you've been on this earth for any length of time, I'm sure you've gotten some feedback from some people that would have you believe, perhaps, that you're not a big deal. But I want you to hear today that you are a big deal. You are awesome. No matter what you have heard, you are awesome. In fact, I can honestly tell you that you are the reason why the universe exists. The universe only exists so that you can live this experience that you have chosen to live. That's how special you are. You're so special that an entire universe had to be created just so you could live the experience you chose to live. That's you. Keep that in mind throughout this week until we meet again. And as you go about your day and night, no matter what's happening, remind yourself of how important you are to the universe, that this entire world had to be created just so that you can live the experience that you want to live. Know that, feel that. Also know that the next person, the one next to you, is just as important as you are, because the universe was also created for that person. So in that sense, nobody's better than anybody else, but we're all the prime reason why the universe was created in the first place. That's why I'm so honored to be with you, because I'm among giants, special people. And I can tell you that it's only going to get better. Today, all of these ideas go with you. And although you may have thought that you came here to learn something that someone else taught you, it appears that way, right? But that's not what happened here. What happened here was that you heard a few words and a few ideas, and your own memories of what you already know have been awakened. Your own memories have been awakened. Everything you heard here today, a part of you already knew. And that's why this is such a valuable experience. Because you can wake up all this knowledge that every divine human being already possesses. You already possess all of this knowledge. We just need to wake it up a little bit more. And so as you go about your week, know that the entire universe is actually within you. And we're going to be reactivating all of this wisdom. And in a few weeks, we're going to be doing some serious magic. The magic is in your lives. In your lives. And as we talk more, you yourself are going to say, wow, it is true. It is actually happening. It is actually taking shape. My dream life is actually taking shape. So as we close this conversation, I'd like for you to receive a gift. The gift of gratitude. I'd like for you to imagine that somebody just handed you a package. And as you opened the package, this scent of flower came out. It is a rose, but it's a very powerful scent. And you inhaled it. Initially you thought that you opened the package that contained some fragrance or some perfume, and you inhaled these little microscopic particles, creating within you a sensation of a fragrance. But in reality, the package you received contained a magical gift, the gift of gratitude. And when you inhaled what you thought was the fragrance of a rose, you actually incorporated within every fiber of your being the notion of gratitude. You will notice, starting tonight, that you begin to feel more and more grateful towards others, towards yourself, towards the world, towards life. You begin to feel more grateful because everything is happening for you, to make your life awesome. Everything is happening so that you can remember who you really, really are. It's all good for you. And it is within the framework, within that idea, within that concept, within this feeling of gratitude that you begin to come back. And as you come back to this room, you open your eyes. And as you open your eyes, notice how you feel. Notice how your body is feeling. Notice how you are feeling. Notice how great you feel. And pay attention to yourself, because you're going to have a wonderful week. You're going to feel magnetic. People are going to be asking you, what's going on? I see you so happy. Because you deserve an awesome life. So as you begin to open your eyes, notice how good it feels. Notice how good it feels. Wonderful.